morning.
Morning.
TH.
Can you put my
Oh, the
yes.
Your band.
Better.
Your cute.
Do the band.
Jeez, Barry.
Our producer is.
Yeah, he's learning. He's learning.
Keep going.
Alito. CEO. Antes.
Yeah.
Buena.
Kurumate.
Yate. Botaoka.
Be quick.
Yeah.
What is it?
See, you had him.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We are live from 1950 South Shepherd with our very special guest this morning.
Good morning. My name is Carly Taflano, and I'm here today to go to a conference.
So you guys are going to the ODAPCA conference today, and will you be speaking?
A little section, yeah.
Okay.
Just I guess what I do is Darian.
Try to be an example for others.
Yeah, trying to get me to talk.
She's trying to do her job as a princess.
Yeah.
It's what she signed up for.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it takes time getting comfortable speaking in front of people, you know. I've been doing it since I got sober, and last night we had our women's group, and my face turned so red, like right as soon as I started talking, and I was like, man, I have sat in these groups for years now, and this is still happening, you know?
That's how mine got too, though. When I was talking, I was like, man, I could feel my face being hot, and I'm like, why is this happening?
Well, I talked about like women getting undivided attention when they're speaking, you know, and sometimes that's good. Like you need that undivided attention, but also sometimes it can make you a little nervous. Like all eyes on you.
Yeah. Are you nervous about today?
I wouldn't say nervous. I just say tired.
Tired?
Yeah, tired.
You got up early?
Yeah.
It'll be over with sound and nice.
Yeah, it's just that little section anyways. And I just stand there, I guess, and listen. Yeah.
Listen and look pretty, and
That's cool.
that's cool. I love seeing teenagers involved in positive things in life, you know, because that wasn't me. Like you getting these opportunities to go and travel and, you know, go to these different conferences could really set you up for success if you let it, you know.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for all the things. Even though when I say like, oh, I don't like speaking that much, but I am grateful because I could be, you know, doing other things that like normal like people would be doing. So yeah, it's good to be out there. Yeah, it's Oregon. Yeah.
That's cool. It's exciting. That's exciting. I'm happy for you.
That's amazing. And I think that that's just the teenage mindset to be a little nervous and like unsure, you know, but still you were able to voice that you're grateful for these opportunities is really cool. What are you looking forward to most about going to Oregon?
Probably on what it's about, like the suicide prevention. I'm glad we get to go there and talk about, you know, what we do and what we help with. That's what excites me.
Yeah, that'll be an awesome time.
And he already put this
So you have to speak
Meditation.
Yeah.
You got like something put out, or you
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do more because it's Oregon and we're only speaking for a day. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do more.
okay. That's really usual. So,
One thing I've learned when I'm gonna write something down to speak about, I like to write a little bit and then I like to say it out loud to someone, you know, just to make sure that it all comes out and it's flowing and it's, and then I'll move on to my next section, you know, and then do the same thing. My family is probably like, this girl, this again, you know, but they're stuck with me. They gotta listen to me. And Josie will listen to me always.
she's your number one supporter.
She's my number one fan.
That's
Mm.
cute.
It's cool. I hope for, you know, this life that I'm leading today, my daughter can get
The little pouring their heart out.
Sounds like a horse.
I forgot
That's the
about
loudest pipe I've ever heard.
Making it sound good.
oh my god.
that. Yeah, everybody gonna want to have it.
Got apple all over the microphone.
Hey, we all gotta eat, right?
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning. Oh, Seal.
But what I was saying is like my hopes for my daughter are to see teenagers like you know, doing all the things and want that for herself. So you're leading, you know, leading a good role right now in the things that you're doing. It's awesome.
Positive model.
Mhm.
That's what's up. Do you have younger siblings and stuff?
Yeah, I got four younger siblings. Yeah,
They all look up to you and stuff.
yeah, they do.
That's cool. That's what's up.
The little boy that was with you at the
Oh yeah, Cannon.
is that your brother?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Okay.
He's kind of the rough one though.
What do you mean rough?
I don't know.
Like wild kind of?
Yeah, and he's
Okay.
very sassy. Like I don't know. I guess he just looks. I don't know. I guess he just gets it from mom. I guess. Being mom.
That's funny.
You don't think he gets any of that from you?
No, a little bit from me, yeah. But I don't know. He's too much. I don't think I'd be acting that much. Because he'll snap his fingers and everything. That's a little boy too, so.
That's funny.
That's fingers.
Little kids are just like innocent beings, and they're not that version of him like right now
Mhm.
is like it's him not influenced or affected by society or like the things that society makes us think we should
Mhm.
act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's what's special about little kids. It's so funny. Like they don't know that something might be inappropriate to say or like a behavior. And that's our role as, you know, the people that they look up to be that person. But I just think that that's cool. You know, they're just their own little people. They're just honest and very blunt, and
That's for sure.
they'll tell you how it is.
No filters.
Yeah. I had a belt on yesterday morning, and Josie said, "Mom, take that belt off. You just ruined the whole entire outfit." I was like, "Okay, thank you for your opinion."
Yeah, that's my daughter too. She's always telling me stuff like, "Mom, I don't even look good." I'm like, "Oh, for real?" Like, so, and then I'm in her mirror like, "I think it looks good." Like, she's like, "No."
Good morning, Malin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Do you think we'll need for the meal yesterday?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, I sent her some pictures and thanked her about 3 times. It was beautiful. A great evening.
We had a good Christmas. It was nice. Look forward to more.
One of the topics that was brought up was figuring out who you are, you know, in recovery or just in life in general. And it's like life is all about just kind of figuring out who you are, but also we're like ever changing too, you know? So I thought that was cool. That was a good topic because just because you feel like, you know, I'm on a good path and I'm doing all these good things, you might not actually know who you are internally.
Right. I have a friend that I'm really close to. When we were in our addiction, like we didn't even know each other like we thought we did. And then now that we're sober together, it's like damn, I'm just not really getting to know you. And I've known you for years, but like now it's different. Like now we know who each other's families' names are. Things like that. It's just crazy. Like why we never knew this stuff before, you know? But
Like the important stuff
the
you didn't know about
important
each
things,
other.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Like, dang, I was like all this time we were saying we knew each other, but we didn't really know each other, you know. And then we're like figuring ourselves out and stuff, and what we like. You know. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends
You met someone
have
I met
friends
someone
in the
with
program that they were using together,
Which one?
and now they're sober together.
the
And like
TPHC.
all of my friends that I met in the program, none of them are from the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've never been able to sit next to my best friend and be like, yeah, we were out there, now we're here.
Well, I mean, we could just copy it.
And
We
so
would
I love
Because I'm like,
seeing
I don't
that,
know,
honestly,
it's
for
It's
people.
really a beautiful thing. Like, it's truly
Okay.
like people, when they see us together, they expect it to back. Now they're seeing us go to different people, and they're like, what?
But I just added.
And they're proud, you know, proud of where we are now.
That's cool.
What is something that you're proud of?
Something.
So we haven't talked to each other for a few days.
Like I'm proud I accepted like my dad's like what he was going through. Because like for a moment I was just like, oh well, you know, that's his choice. He wants to do that, he can do that. But then I started accepting, oh, he needs help. I need to help him. Then when he got, you know, incarcerated, and this came about. Well, it first started off with like I was trying to, I guess, be someone who I wasn't, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I started getting into a little bit of trouble with something, and then I was like, okay, well, this ain't like, I guess like the right way to like live life, I guess. Like I just prayed for something to like get thrown at me, I guess. And then this happened. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess this is what I was supposed to do. And so I'm very proud of like what's been going on and like all the things that we're getting to go to because it keeps me busy. So it just makes me feel like, yeah, this is what I was supposed to be doing.
That's right.
And supposed to be staying busy in. So that's what I'm proud of right now.
So good. That's good stuff.
That's awesome.
And your dad is getting better.
Yeah, he's getting a lot better because like used to, there's a cool minute where we didn't talk to our dad while he was incarcerated because our dad still had this, I guess, way of blaming us for like everything that he's been through and stuff like that, and he wasn't, I don't know, I guess realizing that we were the only ones really there for him. It wasn't everyone else that he thought was, and so we took a break from him, didn't talk to him, then out of nowhere he calls and like says like, oh my gosh, like starts talking to us because like actually got through, and he like, I don't know, like I always try to talk about it like can because like the call was like only a 1 minute call because we got him to talk to him, and he was like, hey, something, he's like trying to run through his words, and I was crying, I couldn't talk, and he was like, but anyways, you know, I can hear you crying, I'll let you go, but I'm getting baptized this Thursday. And it cut off, and I was like, God dang. I just remember I started crying after that. And like he started writing all these letters, and it was just like, it sounded different. Like it didn't sound like my dad before, like everything else.
So he's healing.
Yeah, because like my dad carried a lot of anger when he like talked to us and stuff like that. It could, like, yeah, it was just like, it was a lot of just anger when he talked to us, and so like when he would write letters, you know, it was actually like, I felt like he was like loving and proud of us, like finally. And so, yeah, whenever we call, you know, if he didn't pick up the phone, he'd be real mad. But when he called, he's like, "Oh, I'm just, you know, happy to hear y'all," stuff like that. So like, I don't know, I was just like so happy that like, yeah, that happened because you know, it's like praying for like someone that like was like that for so many years, and I got tired, and I started like, you know, questioning my beliefs and stuff like that, and I was like, man, like this ain't working. And like when we got that call, like he just fully changed. I was like, oh my gosh, like
You can always tell too in someone's voice when they're different, you know. Like you can tell the difference from the person that they were, and then when they're finally, you know, coming out of it, you can hear the positiveness, you know, the hope.
yeah. Yeah, then my dad, like just started believing in like, God and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, that was not my dad a long time ago. Like, I don't know, I guess my dad just thought like the world was against him and everybody else in it. So I was like just hearing him talk about different stuff, I'm like, dang, like that's crazy. Is that my dad? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, so I was just like so happy and proud of him, and still proud of him.
that's good. I'll keep him in prayer too.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're commenting saying whoever's talking in the background, we can hear you. Sounds like a mic is sitting in the middle of the room.
Dang it, bingo.
Oh my gosh.
All right, hold on.
I
Probably has his all the way
apologize.
up.
We are in our office, so we have a live audience and
Hold on. Let me make sure Barry didn't mess this up. Why is
yeah,
this
our
tool?
producer got us set up and then
Mhm.
dipped out.
Yeah.
So
We're on our own.
let us know if it is sounding better.
Do you
What
still hear our guys in the
what you're
background? Can you hear Carmelo talking about what is it?
Quick feedback.
Good morning, Leanna.
Good morning.
Can you hear Darian?
Darian in the background? Yeah, let us know.
PBJ. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she
Ooh.
did tell me about that. That's cool.
All right, back to what Carly was talking about. That
Mhm.
that situation with your dad I relate to a lot because my dad is the same. He's not incarcerated, but he's sick,
Mhm.
and so I can definitely relate to all those feelings and emotions. And now that I'm an adult and going through that, like it's I can't accept, you know what I mean? Like there's more acceptance, but for you to already have that acceptance at such a young age and like just being able to see the change in him and not hold that pain against him
Mhm.
is good.
Mhm.
Cuz you could totally just say, I'm not going to talk to you at all.
Yeah, I feel like because that's like another thing. I like tried to do that, but it wasn't just me doing that to him. That's what I realized. It was just me trying to like not only him but like everyone else. Like, oh, y'all are a part of this. Like, just go around and just be mean. So I was like, okay, I can't treat people like that because my dad chose to be like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's why I tried to just say, okay, if he wants help, he has to get it. I can't. I can only take him so far. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I had to accept, and it's been working, I guess.
That's good.
That's good.
So, do you write him back and stuff and
Mhm.
keep in contact with him?
I
That's
tried
good.
to write, but like I don't know, it's kind of busy out here too.
Right.
So
True.
I try to write or I try to call. If he calls, I'll answer sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, and just stay interactive with him, and stuff, because they need that also, being incarcerated,
Yep.
having that. I used to like calling my kids and stuff when I was incarcerated, and it was just, hearing their voices and stuff, made me push even harder to get better. And, I was like, I guess in your dad's shoes, you know what I'm saying? So, I knew that, I wanted to get better for my kids, and I called them regularly. I had a certain day of the week that I would call my kids and talk to them, and I would send them like letters and stuff that people made on the yard. I would send it home to them, and let them know like, hey, I'm doing good now. I'm better. I'm coming home, and I'm instead of just saying it, like when I got out, I showed them, like I am better. Like I'm not that person I used to be anymore. And And then I found out I was going to be a grandma.
Mhm.
That really made me like, oh yeah, I got to get home. You
Yeah.
know, I'm about to have me a grandbaby. Like, so when I had got out, he was already like 5 months old. So coming home to a baby and stuff, it was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And it just made me even stronger, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be a grandma in prison, you know? Like, no. But yeah.
Life is different when you got good things to work for, you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
and show up for and be there for.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Your mom said, I don't know what it sounded like before, but I can hear him faintly.
So it's better now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's got to be better. All right. Are we going to read the meditation?
Oh.
Talk about it? Yeah.
You can, if you want to read it, you can read it. What is it? 24th? Yeah.
Give me a second. Do y'all usually start from the top?
Yeah.
Each person's prayer can help everyone. Thomas Yellowtail Crow. Prayer is our entrance into the unseen world. It is by prayer we can call upon the powers and laws of the Great Spirit. The spirit world has powers and laws that are different from the physical world. The spiritual laws allow healing to take place. They allow forgiveness to occur. They cause miracles to happen. They cause hate to disappear. They heal broken relationships. They guide every moment of our lives. They also... Oh, wait. Where am I at? Oh, they allow us to love even when it's hard. Prayers allow us to access the spirit world. Today, I intend to focus on... Oh, wait.
Yeah.
That's writing, sorry.
And then
It says creator.
Creator, teach me to pray.
Hmm.
And that's a good one for what we were just talking about.
Hmm.
yeah.
That's right. Keeping them in prayers and stuff. And it's a direct line, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think prayer, one thing that I think about just relating to our conversation is you can pray for someone as much as you want. You know, you can pray for them every day. But if the creator is not ready for them to, you know, ready for these prayers to be answered, you know, maybe someone's sick and you're praying for them to get well, or it's going to be on his timing.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's hard to accept, you know. We've prayed for some of my family members for 5 years.
Mhm.
But until it's time, there's just, you know, you can just continue on with your prayers and know that they're being answered, you know.
Just in God's timing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. They are being answered. Yeah.
Ooh,
What
y'all
is it?
look like trouble. Do we look like trouble? God's will, not mine. That's right. I'm not driving the boat today.
Man. Yep. Well,
How do you feel about that meditation, Theta?
I've always believed in prayer, you know. Prayer does help. Prayer's good, you know. I constantly, you know, am praying, you know, giving thanks, you know, for whatever it is, you know, even for the bad, and you know, because I know everything has a reason to it, you know, and I'm just always thankful for everything that comes, you know, and so I was pray every day, you know. I'm thankful for the day, for waking up, pray for my kids and families and everybody, you know, even my enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that's sick, dealing with addiction, cancer, everything, you know. Prayer's good.
Yeah. Praying for someone that hurt you hits different,
Mhm.
but it's the only way to let that out of your heart.
Yeah.
Make room for good stuff. Make room for love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Jake said I had to realize my prayers were led by faith, like
Gas in my car.
gas in my car.
Right.
That is right.
Yeah.
Stay consistent, in early in the program, I was told that prayer is important, but it's also sitting in meditation after your prayer and really listening. So just opening up your mind, and that's hard for me. That's hard for me to sit and focus and listen, but it's a good practice.
Mhm. Yeah.
I remember I was talking to my dad about a struggle, and he said, "Did you pray about it?" I said, "Yeah, I've been praying all day." He said, "All day? Why the..."
First prayer wasn't good enough. It's kind of like a chant, praying all day and stuff. Yeah.
Thomas Terrorists? Is that what it says?
Thomas Terrace, Perry Foster, Fraser. Aunties 2 days in a row. Prayers do get answered. Yes. That blew my mind because I wasn't putting faith in my prayers by praying over and over, just saying them. Cool.
Yeah, you got to have the faith and the prayer. So the faith is the ability to believe, and the hope.
Yeah.
Prayers for everyone. Dave has a question for us from one of the students here at South Coast. How do you stay on the spiritual path throughout the day when small BS things happen during the day? I have this thing that I don't even know where this came from, but whenever things happen, that are upsetting or stressful, I just tell myself to wait, pray, and trust. So, wait, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Wait, pause, and then pray. And that's saying, hold on, you're going to slow down, you're going to wait before you respond. You're going to pause to come back to yourself and gather your emotions. And a pause might be, 30 minutes of you walking away, or it might be, I'm going to walk away for the day and I'm going to call you tonight. And then we're going to talk about it. But, yeah, the wait and the pause, and then after you got to pray about it. And I use that, and that helps me in dealing with hard situations,
Cool.
I hope that I answered that okay. The spiritual path throughout the day. Yeah. And then also learning about responding versus reacting. If I react, it's typically out of emotion, and it's usually not very controlled, or I might say something that I'm going to regret, or that I have to apologize for later. So if I use that wait, pause, and pray, the outcome of the situation is usually better.
Yeah. You gotta think of through bullshit. I mean, BS. Here I go again. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Sorry. Stop.
The unfiltered culture couch.
Leave it to me.
Oh my gosh.
So, right. So through BS for me throughout the day, I try to keep the good in everything. I try to keep the positive in everything, even when it's something bad that's going through your day. I just always just keep the good. Like, you know, what's the right way to go about things. Think before I act. Think before I respond on anything.
Mhm.
Pray about it. If it's something that's really bothering you, like she said, take a minute, go away, pray about it. Regain whatever your composure, whatever it is you need to, and and then come back, to it, and you'll get your answers, through
Yeah.
prayer and stuff. Just relax, and take a minute. That's how I think. So
I like that, Theta.
mhm.
How do you feel about that, Carly? Is there anything that gets you through your day to keep you walking spiritually?
I just try to tell myself like to try not to let it ruin my day, really, because I mean it's something little, like right. That's what he says. It's like little things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just try not to let it ruin my day because usually if I do, it just tears up the whole thing and then
Yeah.
moves on to the next day. I just have to tell myself, well,
It's just for the
tomorrow
moment.
it won't matter.
That
You know what I
part.
mean?
Yes.
So that's what I try to tell myself all the time.
Mhm.
I like that. If it's not going to matter tomorrow, a year from now, or 5 years from now, why am I going to give it energy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my grandma would always tell me, I would be like, when I was your age, I was so overly emotional, and like it would be something small, and I'd be like, my whole life is ruined, just
That's funny.
overly emotional, and but I'd be like, man, this person so and so ruined my day, and she'd be like, Tatum, they can only ruin your day if you allow it, and I don't think that I could truly understand that until I did start walking like my spiritual path. You are in control. My sponsor had me set alarms in my phone and pray, check in with God at 10 a.m., 12, 2, and 4 p.m. Wow. I like that. I have not heard that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because sometimes you need that. You need that discipline, until you can get into a routine. What do they say? It takes I've heard 2 weeks to build a routine, and I've also heard 21 days to build a routine. So I don't know.
Mm.
Late night version. Oh my gosh.
Late night version. Is that me? No. Kind of early, huh? Sorry for that. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Anyone else have any questions for our princess here? She has a busy week, right?
Yeah. Next,
Awesome.
this week I'll be in Watonga and Concho. Hit up both those powers. The Memorial one, and then what's the one in Concho for?
Is that the one that
Cassandra's-
Cassandra's?
yeah,
Cassandra's
Cassandra's
gonna
on
be
that.
in? Yeah, on
This Saturday.
Saturday.
Mhm.
What day is the Watonga one?
They're both on Saturday.
They're both. Oh, so you're gonna hit both on Saturday?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Watonga first, and we'll be in Concho later.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good stuff.
I remember those days when we used to hit up dances. We'll go to one for a little bit and then go to the next one. Traveling everywhere. Me and my grandma Powwow Highway.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with my grandma and my auntie.
Heck yeah, that's fun.
Y'all are doing a great job. Enjoy listening, and thank you for sharing. Needed to hear all of this. Thank you.
Oh.
Of course.
That's
It
cool.
helps us as much as it helps you.
Yeah.
To be able to speak about these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you do on your free time?
I usually just stay home.
Just
like,
chill.
hang out with my brothers, yeah. I take
Mm.
my free time very seriously with y'all. 'Cause we're always busy usually.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
when I get to stay home, I try to just stay home.
Relax.
Rest.
Yeah. That's cool. I can see that.
That's awesome. I was always like searching for something, you know? So to be able to just hold still and relax and rest. Well, you are pretty busy. School too, you know?
Yeah.
That's got to keep you busy.
That's cool. Awesome. You guys have any questions? Anybody? All right.
We want to say some prayers for all of our team to have safe travels today and this weekend. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing trip, and thanks for hopping on here with us today.
Yeah.
Do we have any announcements? Yoo-hoo! No.
I'm just like, where's the mouse? We need a mouse.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we have, yeah, here, you want to do the announcements? Oh no.
It's on the floor. No, they said they could hear us. That way in your apple.
Oh. Okay. A quick announcements. We got Talkspace. Talkspace is an online therapy for ages 13 and up, and for any spouse or casino workers, any federally recognized tribal, feel free to use it. And remember, the EAP organizational code is Restore. So, and then this Talkspace Go self-guided is another app, just more like skills and classes you can sit in or watch. And then the Talkspace Go app includes 2 30-minute sessions, video with a licensed therapist. So check it out, and just remember, if it asks for a code or anything, restore. And then shout out to Brand Logics. Text TOR to 888-580-4TOR for any meetings or any kind of our dances coming up, or for co-hosting, or text that. Our World Variety meetings. Mondays are meeting Mondays here at 1950 South Shipper at 7. Wednesdays, we had our women's group last night. It was our first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I heard it was a really good one. Miss Tatum Escott here. You be facilitating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So come on, I'll be every Wednesday here at 1950 South Shipper at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
So come on out. And then tonight will be our original talking circle here at 1950 South Shepherd, 7 o'clock, and the youth empowerment also. And don't forget the talking circle in Weatherford at 810 East Cedar Avenue. That's at the Oxford home. Oxford
Yes.
home? Yeah. And it'll be at 7 o'clock also. And then Fridays is our 12-step, pen to paper here at 1950 South Shepherd. So more in depth of the 12-step. So no matter what step you're on, just come on out, and Mr. Levi is our lead. He will help you, guide you through these steps. Still taking applications for junior princess. So there's scan the QR code and fill out the application. And don't forget our recovering housing assistance, OCAR certified. OCAR certified home. So you can go to ocarcertified.org and see if you know anyone, or if you're looking for assistance, see what's OCAR certified on the website. And that is our Women's Wednesdays. Is that it? Oh, okay.
That is it. All
It's been
right.
a while, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. Takes longer than.
Well, don't forget to say 3 positive affirmations. Whether you have 1 day of sobriety, 0, 1,000, you're important and you matter. And thanks for tuning in.
Bye. Leanna, quit. Yeah. Oh, Jen Miller from Billings. Cassie B said, "Can y'all start all over?"
Oh.
Just woke up. Oh yeah, she's on night shift. Ain't she? Mm. Don't miss those
Mm.
days. Oh, Ruth, have a great day, y'all. Peace. Vinny Vaughn Miller said prayers and blessings of protection for myself and my daughters. What do? Well, I guess that's it.
All right.
That's it. Thank you.
Do the pose.
The what?
Hey!